Hey guys, it's Natalie. Welcome back to All About Nats. So today I am getting ready for an audition. Yeah, it was pretty unexpected. I wasn't planning on doing this audition, but then I saw a thing online about it and I'm like, yeah, why not? It's at a new theater, be pretty cool, you know, get to branch out a bit. So that's what I'm getting ready for. So the show in question is Grease, and I really don't care who I would get in this show if I do get cast. Of course, I had so many people in my life tell me that I remind them of Sandy, and I guess that's what I'm dressed for, but I wouldn't mind just being in the ensemble. Grease is a very fun show, and I feel like everyone gets a chance to shine in their own way. Of course, if I wanted to challenge myself, I'd actually like to be Rizzo, because that's a bit more in my vocal range. I just don't know if I can pull off the whole Mean Girl vibe though. But then again, Frenchie would also be great because I am a big fan of makeup and I'm very charismatic. But yeah, like I said, who knows? I'm just going in there, not blind, that makes me sound like I'm not prepared, but you know, I'm just going in there not expecting anything. I just think it'd be fun nonetheless. I've wanted to do Grease for a while, and I think Grease is a wonderful show to help practice and polish up on my dancing skills, which is definitely something I need more practice at. So I think it's a win-win nonetheless if I get cast. The odd thing is though, is that like I said, this is at a new theater. This is at a theater I've never done a show at before. I've had friends that have done shows there. I've just never performed there before. Oh my god, that contour. I guess I should talk about progress on Forum. It's going good. I am finally home for the summer, so I can go to all the rehearsals now, and I actually have time to learn my lines. I actually have to be off book by Monday. Yeah, it's going good. It's going to be a very rewarding experience for sure. I think it's going to help lift my spirits because, as I stated in my What I Learned from College video, which is I think probably the previous video on this channel, I was talking about how I was just kind of like feeling a bit down on myself and my skills and stuff like that. Of course, I'm not going to quit what I dream doing, obviously. It's just sometimes it could just be a bit frustrating, and I think this experience at the Forum has helped lift my spirits a bit and helped me be a bit more confident in my skills and stuff. Anyway, like I said, this whole thing with Grease was just kind of like sporadic. But then again, some of the best shows I've been in were because I auditioned last minute. In real life, sometimes you just get called to an audition like about maybe a few hours before it even happens. So guys, if there's an audition near where you live and you just decide last minute to go, do it. You know, I actually did that a couple years ago. I actually left my dress rehearsal for a show I was in high school to audition at my community theater because I decided last minute to do it. I'm gonna let that bake in for a bit, so I'm gonna start working on my eyes. I'm back. Hello. And my hair is a mess. It's currently raining outside, so that's why my hair looks a bit funky. Yeah, I wear this little bow. It matches my skirt. But yeah, let me give y'all a rundown about how my audition went. Also, I just gotta say, right after my audition, I posted a TikTok, but also a YouTube short of this one video, and I usually don't post on YouTube shorts, and I just gotta say 2,000 views, and I just posted that like 30 minutes ago. Thank you. It's just very surreal. I don't know, sometimes I just like to make silly videos like that, and who knew that a video of me making silly faces like this could get 2,000 views. But yeah, thank you. Anyway, for real, how did my audition go? I think my audition went fine. It wasn't spectacular, but then again, it's an audition. All I had to do was go in there, fill out a form, sing a song, and do a dance combo. And I'm just gonna give you a little tidbit about myself. I did talk about this in my what I learned from college video as well. I'm not a dancer, I'm a mover. I'm just gonna say that I'm not trained to be a dancer. I'm not a good dancer, but here's the thing is that if someone teaches me a combo, I will learn it. I'm not totally opposed to dancing and I'm not opposed to learning, which is why I'm taking a tap class next semester. But yeah. So it's a bit, it was a really interesting dance combo. It was very fast, probably one of the fastest dance combos I've ever done in my entire life. It was fun though, it was To We Go Together, so it's a pretty iconic song. And at least I smiled and I looked like I had fun. So yeah, I hope I figure out something soon. Hopefully by next week because callbacks are next weekend. And like I said, I'm not expecting much. I just want to be in it. I just want to hand jive. Okay, just want a hand jive. But the main roles that I put on there are, of course, Sandy, Rizzo, Frenchie, Marty, Jan, and Patty Simcox. So who knows? Anyway, I hope I find out something soon. It'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna finish wiping off my makeup and I'll see y'all later, ? But anyway, I'll see y'all later. Y'all, look at my lights. Aren't they cool? A few days ago, I went to the store to get some LEDs for my room and I really liked the way they turned out. For about a few years now, I've had these really pathetic fairy lights hanging on my curtain and they just got kind of mixed up with the curtain, so they really didn't look like fairy lights anymore, and I'm just like thinking, yeah, I need to change my lights in my room. So that's why I got these new LED strips. But anyway, yeah, today is Tuesday. No, today is Monday. I have my steamer on so I can start to warm up for rehearsal and everything like that. I'm supposed to be off book today. Well, crossing my fingers that I make it through. But yeah, very excited to get back into the swing of rehearsals again. Haven't heard anything back about Grace yet, but I shall keep you guys updated. I think I should probably hear if I get a call back tonight because the last day of in-person auditions is tonight. So I think they'll probably just do it all in one sweep, but crossing my fingers, I really hope I get a call back. I don't like to hope that I get cast because like the whole, like it's an actor's life to get called back and usually not get cast, but it'd be cool if I got cast in a show like that. Like I've said before, I do need to work on dancing and Grease would be a perfect show for me to work on that. So yeah, anyway, I'll see you in a sec. Hey guys, I'm back from rehearsal. It is still Thursday, May 15th, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on some things that happened while I was at rehearsal, while I do my skincare. So let's go. So, while I was at rehearsal, for a funny thing happened on the day of the form, which, good news, we just got done with blocking for the second act, and starting on maybe next week we might run the entire thing, so that's gonna be a trip. And I think I said this in the previous video, but I still haven't gotten a call back from Grease yet, and I was starting to get a bit nervous that maybe I didn't get cast. And like I said in the previous clip, I would have been totally fine with it because at least I had the experience of auditioning at a theater I've never auditioned for before. But then during rehearsal, I got an email from the director of the show and I did get a call back. So exciting. I only got a callback, I think, for one character, and it's just for a dance callback, which y'all, very ironic. I am not a dancer. I am a really bad dancer. I'm a mover. The sheet music that is linked below the email that I got is for Freddie My Love, so I'm assuming they don't say it in the email because maybe it's just a general thing and they individualize the attachments. I have no idea how these work, but I did get sheet music for Freddie My Love, so I think I'm getting called back for Marty, which totally cool. Really excited. But yeah, that's very exciting and everything, and I have to learn the piece by Saturday, which, to put in perspective, is in 2 days. So that's kind of nerve-wracking. But hey, that is still very exciting. I'm very excited for this audition. Also very nervous. Like, come on, it's Grease. Who doesn't want to be in Grease? And anyways, that's fun. I'm excited and very thankful and blessed that I was able to get a call back. But yeah, I just have to see how this one turns out. And even if I just get in the ensemble, I think I said this before too, if I'm just in the ensemble, I'm still gonna do it. Like, come on. But yeah, that is all the updates I have right now. And I don't know what the next clip is gonna be cut to, but it might be Saturday. Who knows? But anyway, I'll see you then. Here she is. I finally printed out the sheet music for Freddie My Love so I can practice it today before my callback tomorrow. Now I already know, and I know this too because it irks me as well, I don't have it printed on both sides, but I don't understand how my printer works when it comes to printing things like on both sides, because I usually mess up and I don't want to waste more paper and ink than I have to, and it's not like I'm giving this to the pianist anyway, so, but yeah, I can't wait to practice this. Anyway, I'm just gonna practice this for a little bit. Oh my gosh, that was very hard, but it was fun. We did the hand drum. Okay, I just got done with singing Ready My Love. I think I did fine. I did have to ask to start over though, so I'm kind of embarrassed about that, but overall, I think I did fine. You know, I'm only hoping for the best. Okay guys, I'm back from my callback. Also, this is the fit that I wore. It was a dance callback because yeah, I misread the message. I got called back for the ensemble, which had to do the dance call. Freddie My Love is Marty's song, but they chose it specifically for the ensemble to sing the first verse and the chorus of, and I think I did fine. Even if I did get cast in the ensemble, that's still a great thing though, because like, y'all, it's Grease. But yeah, I think I did okay. I don't know when I find out if I'm getting cast in the show or not, but I'm sure I'll probably get an email about it or something like that. But y'all, that dance combo, y'all know I'm not a dancer. It was much harder than the one that we did last weekend. This time it was the combo for the hand jive, and that's really fast. At least I picked it up a bit, and even if I didn't look the best, at least I had a big smile on my face. Anyway, I did get dismissed early. Don't know if that means if I'm being considered for being cast or not, but hey, if not, it's fine. That's how life's gonna be. I hope that I get cast in the show. If not, it's fine. I have other plans going on this summer anyway, but still, hoping for the best. Y'all, what are the odds of that? I just got back from my Grease callbacks, and there's a coffee drink called Summer Nights, and then there's a hairspray reference right underneath it, but that is hilarious to me. And I just gotta say, of course I got the Grease themed drink. Hey guys, it's later in the day. It is still May 17th, and yeah, it's been a few hours since my callback ended, and right now I just want to actually experiment with some makeup looks for Philia. It's been a while since I've done stage makeup, and this is actually the first time of me doing stage makeup with actually having a basic knowledge of what makeup is, because I really just want to look pretty for this performance, and I don't want to wait till last minute to like pack everything I need to pack and just like throw around a bunch of things. I just basically want to pre-prepare so I know what to pack into my makeup bag, and I also want to do this just so I can have a pre-planned routine for how my makeup is going to be during curtain call. So yeah, I'm just going to try out a few things. The main look and vibe I'm trying to get is the soft girl aesthetic. Philia is definitely a more innocent character. She's a bit more airheaded, so she definitely wouldn't wear something very dramatic or anything like that. I want the makeup to be very soft and very Disney princess-esque. task. I just need to know how to tackle it. So first off, of course, you gotta prime the face because you're gonna be on stage for hours and your makeup has to stick. I use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I talk about this all the time. However, whenever this one runs out, I think I might want to try the Maybelline one because I heard it's even more grippy. And I feel like for an actor, grippiness is something that's a necessity. And I actually don't want to go too in depth with makeup or anything like that for the stage because I actually want to make a video called The Thespian's Ultimate Guide to Makeup, but I'm thinking about making that whenever my new tripod comes in. So yeah, my old tripod broke. And so I saw one on TikTok Shop that was for sale, and so I decided to order it. It's supposed to come in next week, I think. So I'm very excited about that. And this one is pink, so I'm gonna love it. I really hope this works. So this is my green color corrector. The whole point of it is to cross out red spots, and just so my face doesn't like have these inklings of green, I put on a concealer that's about the same shade as my skin tone over it. I have a lighter concealer as well. This is the Wet n Wild Incognito. It's very full coverage. I'll be honest though, these are not my favorite concealers. I think whenever my lighter one that I use for highlighting and sculpting runs out, I'm probably gonna get a different brand. What's different about stage makeup is that I actually use a full coverage foundation. If you've seen me put on makeup in previous videos, you know that I use a skin tint. I usually don't go for foundation just because I don't want my makeup to look really cakey. But with stage makeup, you gotta make your face look as clean as possible, so a full coverage foundation is a must. This is a CoverGirl one that also has SPF in it. However, I think they're probably discontinuing this one. I've seen it on sale at a bunch of different drugstores, so I think whenever this one runs out, I probably will get a different one. Just a full coverage foundation, so not a lot. So pardon the really bad lighting. I know this is not really ideal, but again, I don't have a tripod, so I've just gotta make do with what I have. So I just put the foundation on my hand and I'm just gonna charge it up and put it all over my face. I've actually never used a brush for foundation before, and the reason why I do this is because I've seen them on TikTok. Sometimes we use a bit too much and the foundation cakes up on our face. This looks so weird. So you definitely don't want to overuse the product. I actually have not used this foundation in a while and I always forget how it smells. It smells like there's SPF in there, but it's not the same SPF smell as like my NYX Buttermelt one. Wow, this is actually a bit more yellow than I want. I also like to blend it out with a beauty blender. I'm trying to make sure that it's all blended out so this foundation looks like a second skin more than just a bunch of stuff caked on my face. There she is. She looks like a second skin already. I love it. And I actually forgot to put on my under eye brightener, so let me do that real quick. I've actually never done a cream bronze, and then after I set my face for the first time, I do a powdered bronze, but I thought this time would be something to try out. This is the Essence Baby Got Bronze. It is a cream bronze stick, and I think it works really well. Sometimes it's a bit hard to blend out, but I think it does its job. Okay, now I'm gonna charge up this bronzer and put it on my face. The whole point of bronzing and contouring is to add depth to your face, especially if you're going to be on stage with an audience kind of far away from it and you're going to be drenched under a stage light. It's best to have depth to your face, because if not, you're probably going to look like a pool of skin to the audience and they can't really see your facial expressions and things like that. But that's actually something I want to talk about more, like I said, in a future YouTube video, so I don't want to go way into depth about it, but I really do want to talk about why makeup is so important, especially if you're in a show like myself where you have to do the makeup by yourself. You don't have a makeup artist and things like that. Most theaters don't have a makeup artist, and I think that's something that a lot of people probably think that it's a necessity, but in my opinion, it's kind of beneficial for you to learn how to do the makeup yourself, because there are so many theater companies that don't have the luxury of a makeup artist or things like that, so it's good to build up that skill. One of the reasons why I wanted to experiment with different makeup looks for Philia before the show actually opens is because this is kind of like one of the first times where I'm playing a pretty girl character. I'm not saying that like I've never played a pretty girl character, but I think the whole aesthetic of Philia is that she's really soft and innocent and like a Disney princess. I really want to look pretty, and also I want to give that dress justice. Okay. Now I'm gonna set. This stuff is so worth it. I love the light pink hue. I love the blurring effect it gives to your face and things like that. So it's definitely a great powder for not just stage, but like also for everyday life. This is a rare beauty dupe that I found at TJ Maxx, and this is probably one of my favorite blushes of all time. Of course, you don't want to have too much blush on stage, but luckily, since it is stage makeup, you can ham up the blush just a bit so you don't look like you have blush blindness. Of course, my powdered bronzer and blush is going to be from the NYX Buttermelt line. These are just the most perfect products on the planet. I love them so much. And now for the blush, which is going to be my NYX Buttermelt blush in the color, I think Getting Butter is the color. But yeah, I'm just gonna wipe a bit of that off and then put that on my face. It's just a basic pink blush. There's a bit of highlight in there, so I guess you would classify this as a blush lighter. And now for the eyes. This is gonna be interesting because I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I'm gonna look on some references on Pinterest and I will be right back. Okay, here she is. She's pretty. I love this eye look. And now I'm gonna go into the highlights. Since the dress is purple, I definitely have more of a pink vibe going on. So I think I'm gonna put on this pink highlighter from this Profusion palette that I got from Walmart. Yes, 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 I do love that. I'm gonna put some of my Cupid's bow as well because she's a very innocent character and I feel like her Cupid's bow would be highlighted as well. I think this is definitely probably the look I'm gonna go with. I also bought some fake lashes from Dollar Tree. So the eyeliner is a bit thick for my liking, but that's definitely something I can fix with time. So this eye's looking wonky, but that could be fixed. It's not a big deal. And now I'm going to curl the lashes. I do have naturally long eyelashes, so fake lashes have never crossed my mind, but every time I try them on, I always feel like they do enhance the look, and I do think that they do add a pop. Lastly is lips. I really don't know what lip color I'm gonna use, but I think I want to experiment with something. Lighter lip liner and a darker lipstick. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I kind of have a vision for how I want it to go. It didn't work. So I really don't know if I really want a red lip with this because the whole point is that the character is supposed to be innocent and I don't think red really works. So let me try again. I think I'm gonna try doing a nude brown look. Okay, that is much better. Definitely a step in the right direction. I don't know if I'm exactly sold on this combo yet, just because it is a bit more of a brown. But this is the NYX Smooth Whip Lip Cream in the color Latte Foam, and this is the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil, the glittery kind, in the shade Princess Cut. I think I'm gonna try out a different and last lip combo, and I think I'm just gonna see what that looks like. Okay, it's cute. I just don't know if I'm sold on it. It's either this or the brown, but I feel like for the type of character she is, I feel like this probably is a better option. Let me try it with the hair down. I don't know. I think maybe my lips are a bit messy because of all the times I wiped off different lip products. But I think she's cute. I think it's definitely a step in the right direction. I don't know if I'm exactly sold on it, but it is cute. I do like it. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end the video there. If you want to check out more of my content, you can follow me on TikTok at NataliaJ31, or you can like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Click my channel icon and see all my previous videos and vlogs. Hopefully in the next video, I'll give you all an update about Grease and see if I get in the show or not. But until then, I'll see you next time. Bye!